I tell you, behind the scenes is amazing. Okay, hello everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Trinice Sabine, the designer for Get Flawless Shoes, and I am beyond excited to share this announcement with you. It's been what, a good month, 2 months since I've actually shot a video. Well, previous to this announcement that I'm about to make, I had been telling you I had some issues with being outside in markets. The demographic had changed. I wasn't selling as much, and it's taken me way more to get prepared for said markets, even throughout a question, hey, when you come across issues, or we won't say issues, but when you come across things that are like, make you stop and think, how do you handle those scenarios? Got a couple of people who inboxed me and as well had a conversation with me, but not many. But like I said, a lot has changed. I had been telling myself that I want to stop going outside. I don't mind meeting the people because, again, you get a chance to build relationship, build on trust, as well. People get a chance to see your content up live, close in person, because everyone's cell phones are a little different. Their tablets, everything is a little different. So then, therefore, the colors are a little bit more vivid. They're bold. You can try them on. You can fall in love with them. You can purchase them right there on the spot. That part I didn't have any issues with, but again, it was a hassle packing up tents, packing up, wagons and chairs and table. It had become a cumbersome thing. And so being here in Las Vegas summers, I always end up having to take the summers off because it's so blazing hot here. Also, too, my biggest sales were outside. They weren't online, being on Instagram. They weren't on TikTok. The short amount of time that I actually was there on TikTok, they were not on or through my actual website. They were outside. But again, I find that the demographic is a little different. The buyer is a little different outside. They're far few and in between. And so I got the opportunity. Here's where the announcement comes into play. Okay, like I said, I'm beyond excited. I've been saying to myself, I don't want to be outside anymore. It's too hot. I've been reading a couple of comments in some threads where people were saying that, they had done wholesale or they had done different things and they stopped doing markets and they never looked back. Well, I was at a market, and a young lady walked up to me and she's like, I know I've seen your applications quite a few times before, but I didn't realize that this is what you were actually doing. The pictures that I had posted up in my profile were the heart and soul of what I actually do, is making bracelets. But I thought to myself as I was making bracelets, as I started in this journey, that, it's got to be more than just bracelets. So I introduced earrings, but earrings were so far few and in between, and I wasn't as good as I wanted to be at the very beginning. And who really is when they start out, right? So over a period of time, a period of years, I've learned to, adjust my stitch, tighten up my stitch. I've learned how to use different threads, what they do. At some point it was like, I can't do this. Forget it. But it was like everything within me was like, no, keep going, keep going. Well, I'm glad that I did, because again, in my profile, all I had been posting up was bracelets. And the young lady who approached me, she was one of the managers, or part of a small team that works for this group that I am now part of. Again, the announcement is coming. It's coming. She walked up and she's like, had I had known that you were doing this, we would have had you participate in markets a long time ago. But she twisted it and said, hey, you know what? I got an even better proposition for you. How about you consider having your jewelry inside of our store? Now, this small community, runs markets all around Las Vegas, but they also have a storefront. The storefront has 70 plus local makers. Their focus is on small and as well as supporting local. And she propositioned me with an opportunity to be a vendor inside the shop, so I no longer have to be outside. Oh my God. But here's the tricky part. In my journey of making earrings, I never made more than two of anything, because my thought process was, or to some degree still is, that It's about being bold. It's about being unique, being you, one of a kind. And so I've got my jewelry in store, signing the contract, fine tuning the details, getting information as to how this would play out. It's a 6-month contract. I'm not worried. I'm not worried at all, because after the 6 months, they'll reevaluate. Now, I'll have to ask some questions to find out what reevaluate means for them. If it means that they're going to extend it for another 6 months, if I not have to pay as much as I pay in my monthly dues to them. Like, I don't know what that means, but I was just so happy to be propositioned, to be part of this community that it was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So again, I had been asking the universe, find ways for me to not be outside, because it takes a toll on the people who work with me. It takes a toll on, my paycheck, because I still work corporate. I actually have to call out in order to be part of these events. And so again, I am now physically in a store. I'm so excited. My jewelry is in store. But again, here's the tricky part. I never made more than 2 of any one given earring. So that means I have to work even harder to produce content to make sure that my inventory stays well stocked. So I'm kind of behind the game, but again, ahead of the game, because I wasn't even in store one good solid week before the notifications start ringing. Hey, you got an order. And at first I was a little confused, because I wasn't sure if it meant that I needed to fulfill the order. They take care of everything. All I need to do is drop off content. That's all I have. Got the next notification, and these notifications are coming day by day. So it was like, okay, universe, I hear you. I hear you. I definitely hear you, and I am definitely obedient. Now, as far as earrings, as mentioned, I only made 1, 2 at best of anything. So it means that I have to sew a whole lot more in order to keep, the store stocked. Here is also a tricky part of it. I have got carpal tunnel. I've had surgery on my hands. So there's only so much that I can do before my hands tell me, baby, slow down, back up, sit down, rest for a minute. So I'm just saying I'm happy, and I'm going to try to fulfill my end of the bargain. No, I won't say try. I am going to fill my end of the bargain, but oh, sometimes I just gotta stop and say, thank you, Lord, but I have to pay attention. My hands, or what I work with, this is my meat and potatoes, so I have to listen. But I am so happy to announce that I am in store. That's what has happened since I've last posted up. And yes, for 6 months. Now, let me kind of backtrack. The money that I pay to be in store is well worth the money that I actually would have paid more. I get more value, let me put it that way. I get more value of being in the store, even though the store takes commission, and then there is a monthly fee. But still, and yet, there are markets that I've gone to where I pay $135, I paid $155, I paid $85, I paid as low as $55 to not even break even. You know what I mean? So on this end of the spectrum, even though the store does take commission, and as well I pay a monthly fee, and I decided to go for the higher end. They had 2 options. You pay $20 a month, they take 40%, or either you pay $120 and they take 25%. So it was like, okay, let me just sit down, let me talk with my business partner, let me see if this makes sense to them, because they are part of this as well. The getting back and forth to the markets, and helping me prep and get ready. So I'm like, okay, does this make sense for them? I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go with the higher end, and this is where we are. So again, I'm beyond excited to share that announcement with you. I am part of a community that supports local, that supports small. My jewelry is all about, statement earwear. I still sell bracelets. Don't get me wrong, I didn't get rid of those. I will try to actually expedite their way out of my inventory, and I may create a wholesale account, which is going to create a whole nother bulk of work for me, but I'm up for the challenge. I asked for this. I prayed for it. I am now where I wanted to be 4 or 5 years ago, so I am taking it. I still have, again, my corporate job. I still take care of my mom. I am a grandparent, so I'm doing a lot. But like I said, I asked for this, and I'm up for the challenge. So I'm going to open up a wholesale account and see if there's a way for my work to be recognized through another avenue. It's all about multiple streams of income. This is how the rich stay elite. And, even if I don't even get to be a millionaire and I get to be 100,000aire, it's more than what it was that I had 5 years ago. Even last year, that came with its own trials and tribulations, but I'm in a happy place, and I thought I'd share that with you. I just want to say thank you for stopping by. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell a friend, bring a friend. Let's be friends. I'm looking forward to having more conversations, and thank you for allowing me just to share this exciting moment with you. See you again soon. Bye.